President, ICDU home branch. I don't want to call you Joe.
You are not qualified.
I'm not qualified to call you. I'm not qualified to call you Joe. Sir Paul Okobi and his lovely wife. I recognize you. The Secretary, is the Assistant Secretary General of Ogbor Midwest, Deputy Secretary General. I also recognize you. And Mr. Ogbor, you're welcome. Ukulomi, Ogbor Midwest, Igweni. You can go anywhere, or you can go in Kenomu. Okay, Ogbor Midwest, Igweni. Hello, guys. In case you like to make Kenomu, one will say, the time our Campbell Solution, we may only tata. Maka ndị gbahapụ na ndị n'ime anniversary. Nke ọzọ bụ na achọrọ m ikele ka o si bụ ụlọ si ka mbunye ụlọ talk on partnership for community development and then possible symbiosis between ICDU and the Ogbor Age Group. Under normal conditions, as a go award, you have a topic. Because by reading this topic, it's obvious that we all know now that there should be a partnership between your age group and ICDU and other age groups and ICDU. And there should also be a partnership for development between all the age groups, ICDU, and of course, the traditional authority of this community. I'm going to basic a video, but let me start from you, because I was very happy that now the aims and objectives of Ogbor Midwest. And I found that the aims and objectives of Ogbor Midwest are totally in tune with the aims and objectives of ICDU. No more than any difference. It's all talking about unity and understanding among members, talking about to formulate plans and generate ideas and initiate projects for the overall development of Igbuzo, talking about the welfare and well-being of members and their families, and then to collaborate, with other groups where possible for the progress and development of Igbuzo. This aspect of collaboration will be that will not the main issue surrounding the topic that you have asked me to talk about. Partnership. The underlying principle of partnership is collaboration. And what are we collaborating about? Development. Let me start by informing us that we are used to 3 tiers of government. What's if how many tiers of government do we have? You said we have the federal government, we have the state government, we have the local government. But we don't seem to understand that the most critical tier of government that has more impact in our lives with the traditional government, the home-based government. The community come here and know what you are doing and what you stand for within the community. That shows that the closest government organ to us as indigenes of Igbuzo, but the Igbuzo of Igbuzo, who happens to be the prescribed authority and the traditional ruler of this community. And so he constitutes the leadership, and you can see now we have the fourth tier of government in this country, which is our main concern. And so when we are talking about development of a community, that is where we should focus on. And that is the body that we should work with to ensure that our needs assessment are carried out. No, ndị na-achị obodo enye enwe ike mali ife obodo chọ. Ife bụ na anyị wepụta si na ife anyị ga-alụ, it will have meaningful impact. Rather than people outside this community, important as they are, who will now come and sit in their high horse and tell us what they think we need, that may not be of importance to us. Now that you have been identified as a group, a formidable one for that matter, with a wonderful address you just heard from your Secretary General, you will become very relevant in the evolution and planning of the Jubilee. I can assure you of that. Having said this, I want to inform you that when your invitation got to the palace, I had the privilege as a member of Igbuzo Age Groups of being told about this invitation, apart from the direct invitation I had. And we discussed your work in that meeting. I think it was our very last meeting. We discussed it, and His Royal Majesty came up with this idea, just related, just that we have now known. Now we know you. And we are going to bring them together for the project he just spoke about. By the time we start coming together in this system, we will gradually start knowing which direction Igbuzo is going. And the earlier we start working out what is the best plan for the development of Igbuzo, the better for us. Most of the communities around us are growing. Ilua Sabakita, Ebelina, blocked. And the other wasn't Asaba. If Okwana is a sorry situation. If Okwana wants to develop anything now, they probably have to go and borrow land from somewhere else. Development is flowing towards Isela Asaba area. The Ogbor end is also being one of it. So time has come in this community when, if we must make progress, first we must be careful with our resources. Secondly, we must plan our resources in such a way that in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, our children and our grandchildren will not put curses on us. Not operating on selfish lines. This community called Igbuzo will grow, and we shall all be proud of it. But I want to plead, now that Ogbor Midwest has shown the light, let us encourage all other groups to also act the way you are acting. If by next year we are able to identify 5, 6, 7 groups as formidable as you are, I'm sure we can go places. We will use you as the litmus test body to ensure that we start galvanizing and mobilizing the people of Igbuzo to appreciate the need for partnership, the need for collaboration, and the need to make progress. Happily, last year, precisely on the 8th of April, on Easter Sunday, ICDU held a conference, and our usual Easter conference. And one of the resolutions that we took on that day was that the ICDU would go extra mile to mobilize and galvanize all associations, all identifiable associations, social clubs, groups, and other individuals, like-minded individuals who are development-oriented. And we are going to bring them together under one canopy and ensure that we are focused bring them under the tutelage of the traditional ruler to see that we move in the same direction towards the development of the community. We are partners in progress, we are partners in development, and we shall work in the same direction. God bless you. Thank you.